So we're in domain 2. Hold on, let's talk about this. Pattern in algebra. This is the meet and greet of the exam, no? There are like a lot of competency on this. And of course, competencies like the children, and there's a lot of grandchildren of this, okay? This is the thing that we need to focus on. More on focus on, okay? Here we go. Let me explain. So the patterns in algebra, if you notice, you see, same thing. It's domain 2. This orange part here, it's like more than a quarter of this. Okay, is the things that we need to talk about. However, if you notice on the competency 4 until 10. Remember, each competency, this is like the children, okay? But each child has its own kids, okay? And we're going to talk about that right now. So let's say competency 004, teacher uses patterns to model and solve problems and formulate conjectures, okay? So we have A through E, that's 5 children, child. Okay, recognize extent of patterns, uses method of recursion, iteration, uses principle of mathematics induction, analyze the properties of sequence and series, understand how sequence and series are applied to solve problems in mathematics. So we have these children here, A through A, but I will discuss this when we go through the numbers of question, okay? Here we go. Let's start with this, letter A. Here we go. Let me look at that. Number 1, okay? Recognize and extend the patterns and relationship. Hold on. Let me highlight. Recognize and extend the patterns and relationship in data represented in tables, sequence, or graph. Okay, now we're not on table, we're not on graph, we are on sequences, okay? So here we go. What is the next term? That's the conceptual understanding. We need to figure out the next term in the sequence 2, 5, 10, 17, and 26. What is the next term? Okay, here we go. Well, let's investigate. Let's investigate. Let me write it here. We got 2, we got 5, 10, 17, 26, and the next number. What is that next number? Okay. Let's think about this. Let's use different color. From the first number to the second number, what happened there? How to get from 2 to 5? How did we get there? Can you tell me?
3.
Again, you add 3, you said? You add 3. Good. Now, from 5 going to 10, what did you do there? What did you do on the third number?
Add 5.
You add by 5. Okay, on the fourth number, from 10 going to 17, what do you think is happening there?
7.
7. Now, we're getting the trend, no? 3, 5, 7. Okay, we're getting the pattern. What's the number from 17 to 26?
9.
You add 9, no? So we don't know this number, this question mark, we don't know that. But what we see is a pattern. 3, 5, 7, 9. What do you think is this number here?
11.
Okay, we're going to add 11. That's what you said, no? We're going to add 11. So if I add 11, 26 plus 11, what do you think is the answer?
37.
All right. 37 is the answer. Okay, so the answer is 37. Letter B, no? Are you getting it?
Yes.
All right. So now, this is how you need to understand on the test, no? Look at the pattern. What's the difference? Sometimes you need to use add or subtract. Well, it happens that this is growing. We call this growth. Okay, the number is growing. Sometimes it's decay. The number is going down. But if it's going down, will you add?
Subtract.
You subtract. Okay, I think you know that. So once the number is going down, you start subtracting. Okay, good. Yeah. Next question. Same thing. Domain 2, pattern in algebra. Competency 4. That's the teacher use patterns. Okay. And same thing, patterns in algebra and model and solve problems and formulative conjecture. But under competency 4, there's a children or child. Okay. Use method of recursion or iteration model and solve the problem. All right, here we go. Let's look at this. Sequence is defined recursively by, again, this one here, let me rewrite this, okay? Don't be confused about that. This is A sub n, okay? A sub n is equals to 3 plus n plus 1, oh, there's a dot there, times 2. That's what they're saying here, okay? Don't be confused about this part here. This means this. Okay. What is A sub 8? That's the question. So what we're going to do here is you're going to substitute eight for n. That's what we need to do here. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's solve the problem. I'll use different color. A sub 8 is equals to 3 plus, remember, substitute 8 plus 1 times 2. Okay. Same thing. PEMDAS, no? Parenthesis first. So I'm going to do is I'm going to add 8 plus 1. My answer is 9, no?
Yes.
Times 2 plus 3. Now on PEMDAS, next is multiply. Okay, I'm gonna multiply first. So 8 times 2 is 18 plus 3. Then finally 3 plus 8, 21. So A sub 8 is equals to 21. Answer is letter D.